Let's start. So, welcome. Thank you that at 5 p.m. the people are coming to my presentation. Let me introduce myself. I'm Alex Tomek. I'm based in Vienna, covering Eastern Europe as a solution architect. So I'm mainly for the technical questions here. And once again, we have tomorrow the follow-up demo session, if you are interested, together with Aram. So if you would like to see more or ask more questions, so please, you are very welcome. So we already started a little bit to discuss, so where the RIVERBED is coming from. The RIVERBED is coming from, as a company from San Francisco, 2002, and as RIVERBED started, the deployment was very easy. You have multiple branches, you have 1 or 2 data centers, and you need to accelerate your applications, and you need to deduplicate your traffic. So how RIVERBED is working, and you can see it on our booth. The first box you will see there is a steelhead. So we have one black box, black magic box on the LAN side, on the branch side, one magic box on the data center side, and you are doing all this beautiful protocol, TCP and acceleration magic. Your applications are faster, and you are reducing your bandwidth up to 90% basically. But where is the problem today? So we are in the era of hybrid networking. Every customer we are going to is not using the single MPLS network or single WAN network, but try to use the multiple. So I have one Roam Telecom provider, I have Orange provider, and of course, if I can buy for 10 euros or whatever, I can buy internet ADSL connectivity. Why should I pay so much money, especially for the international links? So I want to have the multiple links, so hybrid WAN. And why should I put all my application in my data center? Infrastructure is expensive, and Microsoft is knocking on my door every day. So please start to use the Azure or start to use the Office 365 application. So your application are migrating to the cloud, your infrastructure is migrating to the cloud, AWS or Microsoft Azure, but still you have your SAP that you are not going to move to the cloud, you are still using it. So you have hybrid applications, distributed over cloud, distributed over data center. You are using hybrid WAN connectivity, and you are using we can call it hybrid branch, because you have bring your own device. Every user is using tablets or the laptops and everything else. So how to orchestrate, how to remove the complexity for this kind of environment. And that's why since 2015, you probably heard about the trend of the SD-WAN, software-defined WAN network. I do not want to configure IP addresses and direction, uplinks, passes, something like that. I just want to define that for all my users from the branch, if you are going to the SAP, please use the MPLS network. If you are going to the YouTube, please go to the internet and go to the Zscaler maybe for the security, and then go to the internet. But in case I have a worldwide customer and we are using the rule, if the MPLS quality is going down and your internet connectivity is better than MPLS, just switch and use another link. So from the deep packet inspection, so analyzes what kind of applications are used in your branches, through the path selection, which paths to use for the network, over the quality of service or quality of path monitoring. So those are all the topics that we are discussing, how to deploy it very easy. And that's why the SD-WAN. But before we can deploy this network, the problem number one is to understand your network, to understand visibility, to have a good view what is really going on in your network. And that's why I just took one number from the security week. So average duration is 140-60 days until the attacker is discovered in the network. So that's why before I want to deploy complexity in my network, I need to get the visibility about what is going on in my network. And that's why we discussed about Steelhead as the first product, but the second part of our solutions is the network visibility. So where is the part where the RIVERBED can bring you advantage inside of your solution? So that's why I just want to bring you the 3 messages, and each of the messages we can discuss deeper, or you can come to our booth and I can show you some more detail. So visibility with the security controls, because if I see what is going on in my network, I can also start to hunt and discover behavior in the network, so behavior analysis or hunting of the threats in the network. data protection and centralization. So how can I protect my data in the data center? And last but not least, how to allow this hybrid connectivity in my network. So moving from the visibility across the data center, data protection, up to the connectivity, how to allow the SD-WAN connectivity in my network. But first thing first, let's start with the enhanced visibility. Why this topic is so important? We are visiting plenty of customers and starting with the story or discussing why do you need the network visibility. We have MRTG, we have SolarWinds, we have 20, 30 of different tools. This is the typical picture of each customer. So we are coming, each department has own tool for the monitoring, and what will happen to this company, something like that. There is a problem in the network, everybody sees it differently. The server guys, no, there is no problem in the servers. Networking guys, no problem. Infrastructure guys, application guys. So each department is using different solution. Everybody sees, no, it's not problem in my department, but the end user is unhappy and you have the slow application. And that's why what we need to offer and what we need to put together is to end-to-end visibility. And if you would like to see it, we can show it on the demo. So how to offer end-to-end visibility to give answers, what is going on in the network, what is going on inside of the servers, from the operation systems, what is going from the end user perspective. Because the lady, I hope there is no blonde ladies here. So the blonde lady is telling me my application is running very slow, and she has opened 30 windows, watching YouTube videos, doing Facebook, doing that, and the IT guy is coming there, just closing the browser, and everything is running fast. So how can I see what is going on the end device? How can I monitor the end device? Maybe there are crashes, maybe there is not enough memory, maybe the application really has the problem. So we really need to concentrate on end-to-end visibility. Application, so we have a lot of bank customers, they have own developed applications in Java and .NET. How can I show application developer that the requests to the database are slow? So that's why the end user is unhappy, so I see it from the end user monitoring. I can see, yes, but this end user, if I'm clicking on the SAP, placing the order, and it takes, I don't know, 10 minutes, then I see there was a request to the database that took 3 or 4 minutes out of it. So how to put this together? So what we are doing, so the first step in this hybrid environment and hybrid networking, we need to understand, and we call it a dependency mapping. So to create the dependency map of your application. Yes, the end users are coming from the branch, are going to the data center and going for the application in the cloud. Or another user is coming from the branch, going through the MPLS network and going to the data center. So this covers just topology, especially by the international customers. I have a front end that I have in Romania, in Bucharest. I have a database that is in UK. I have an application server somewhere, but before that I need to go to authentication server that is also placed somewhere else. So just to have understanding who is talking to whom. I was today on one almost 2 hours escalation call with our big customer, I can't tell the name, but really 2 hours sitting and just blaming each other. Yeah, it was caused by this scanner. No, it was not caused by us, it was caused by that. How to bring no, it was your scanner that was creating too much traffic, and it's going from here, and it was caused by this particular user. So this is what we are enabling and how we can show it. Then detect threats, because if I already collecting everything from my environment, from my network, how can I detect, there is some port scans, host scans. So and exactly today, the case what we had the escalation call was because of the scanning. So I was also surprised by such a big organization with such top security and everything. So a lot of problems are caused by some scanning, by scanning software, or somebody is running something what he is not supposed to run. How can we discover that? Of course, alerting. So we need an alert if this behavior happens before it affects the whole data center, what happened today. So we need to send alert, guys, this is going to the border and something is not normal. What is behavior analytics? Compare this is normal behavior and this is not normal anymore. So it's very difficult to say, today I have 250,000 requests to the server. Is this normal or it's not normal? Maybe it's normal for that server. But if it's going from 250,000 requests to 600,000 requests, that's definitely not normal. And this is exactly if we are talking about the behavioral analysis. And then, if I know there is a problem, how to change it, how to adopt connectivity. If my MPLS is full, if my server is full, can I reconnect, can I use another resources, and so on and so on. Dependency mapping, first step, to understand your applications. Which application, where is my application server, where is my portal, where is my security or authentication server, who is talking to whom, how much traffic is produced between the different servers, different environments. Is my production environment talking to my lab environment, and so on and so on. You would be surprised how even in large companies, the IT guys do not have visibility like that. So they know, okay, let's have a look, okay, let's do the TCP dump, let's see what is going on in the interface, but to get understanding in a couple of clicks what is going on in my network, how my application looks like, it's not so easy. So this is with a couple of clicks to allow, okay, so I need to open this port, I need to open this port, I see how much traffic is going there, and I see the most of the traffic is somewhere here, so that's why I need to be careful if I apply. Or I need to, for example, banking environment, another, how to do in the couple clicks. I have my point of sales, terminals, they need to talk only to the credit card processing server. Are they talking only to those, or is there any traffic going somewhere else where it's not supposed to go? So with our solution, you can do it very easily. Who is talking to the credit card processing server? Show me only the hosts. So I have the list of all the hosts that are talking to the credit card processing. Okay, so here are all my point of sales terminals. Are they talking to somebody else as they are supposed to do? So show me where this point of sales outside of they are supposed to talk. So with 3 steps, I'm creating the report and I'm showing, do I have the traffic that I'm not supposed to have, or I have no traffic? Or exactly similar approach, but from other side. I have the servers, I have the clients that are supposed to see, and I want to say, is there somebody talking to my servers who is not supposed to talk? Yes, so I have 3 servers, 3 unknown users, clients, that are talking to my servers they are not supposed to be. And if I have the network analysis, it's very good to have some additional information with integration. For example, I want to know where this guy is sitting, talking to my server he's not supposed to talk, where he's connected. On top of it, if I have integration with Active Directory, I can define who was sitting behind that PC and starting some scan or starting some communication he's not supposed. So I have the full visibility about every single flow, every single communication in my network. So, and because of security, behavior analytics again. So not only what is the normal behavior in my network, what is not normal behavior in my network, but also discovering the security threats in my network. Point-to-point communications, BitTorrent communication, worm spreading inside of my network and getting alarm if something is going like that. How we are doing this? End-to-end monitoring, end-to-end visibility. So what we are offering. So to see what is going in each of the devices. So how the, sorry again about the blonde lady, what is the blonde lady doing on her PC? So what is my internet banking user sitting in Egypt on the beach and trying to do the money transfer? How can I monitor the mobile application accessing my servers? And interconnect with that what is going on in my data center. So what is going on in my data center to have the full monitoring from network to full visibility who is talking to whom, dependency, and full visibility what is going on inside of my servers. Is there a database request that is taking too long time? And that's why if you will see our portal that is integrating all the visibility, of course everybody can draw a beautiful picture and it's blinking red and green and everything, it's not a problem. If it's SolarWind or MRTG, you have a lot of free tools. But to correlate information from end user device to correlate with what is going on in the network and what is going on inside of the application. So that's the idea and that's the added value to create network operations center to have the full visibility. Okay, so that was the message 1. So the end-to-end visibility. Are there any questions about the visibility? I think we will not have too much time for many questions, but if there is a question, yes?
So, basically, are you telling us that there is a hardware on the market with some kind of subscriptions which is able to do all this end-to-end monitoring and visibility?
Yes, I'm not talking about the hardware. There was a question. I'm telling you if there is a hardware on the market that is able to do the end-to-end visibility. It doesn't even have to be the hardware. It's the big part of the solution. Where we are recommending the real hardware is about the high-speed packet capturing. So really to collect all the data from data center. Everything else is software. So yes, we are offering end-to-end visibility solution that is collecting information from end devices, servers, and from the network, aggregating to the single point of view. Yes, there is a solution. It doesn't have to be hardware. Okay? It can use, yeah, very good question. The question was about the steelheads. So if the customer has a steelhead, it's absolutely great source of information. If you have one optimization here, it's sending deep packet inspection. So you see your whole branch. I have YouTube traffic, I have BitTorrent traffic, I have traffic here, and the same from the data center. I have customers even not capturing the traffic, they are just analyzing what is going through the steelhead, nothing else. Because it's called enhanced net flow information, because it's adding information about the applications. Very good point. Okay. Okay, so there are several steps how to do. This is a Lego system. You can have a passive monitoring, you do not install anything. Only thing you do the span port over here. Nothing installed, you do not have to have agent. How deep, if I want to analyze Java, method, classes, JDBC calls to the database, I'm installing the agent. If I want to see who is talking to whom, I do not need to install any agent. So there are several levels how deep I need to go. I can do the passive monitoring, and I can see a lot from passive monitoring. I can do the agent-based monitoring to go much deeper. The same over here. I see that this user was doing BitTorrent and going to my data center. I see that the blonde lady, whatever, was sitting over there. I do not need to install anything because I see this host, I see he's connected to this switch, and the lady was doing this problem. If I want to see that it was Windows 7 with 2 GB of memory and she had opened 25 other applications and it crashed 20 times per day, then I need to have an agent. Okay? And the last question, because we need to move on, yeah? Again, so we can start very passively, just span port, or we are cooperating with Gigamon for the port aggregators and packet brokers. Basically no change. You have passive tap and you are tapping the network, okay? No changes to the infrastructure, but of course if I'm going with the agents, then I need to add agents on the server. Yep. If you have in cloud your application server, if you have in your cloud application data center and you can put agent over there, you can monitor from there. It's also possible. Okay, the second topic, data centralization and protection. There was excellent presentation from Wim here. I just wanted to show our approach because we understand very well the one optimization. Our approach is a little bit different. Our approach is, this is typical picture of the branch and data center. So even you are doing the centralization of the infrastructure, you still have infrastructure in the branch. So what options do you have? So our marketing idea is called zero branch IT, so no or limited IT in the branch. And the idea what we are offering from the product name, it's called Steel Fusion, to have all your data in the data center and all your servers in the data center. To have stateless branch, not to have an infrastructure in the branch. How does it work? Basically, we have two solutions. One is called Steel Fusion Edge, one is the Steel Fusion Core. And the idea is we are just mirroring or projecting data from the data center. So the backup you need to take care is only in the data center. So all, if you have EMC, if you have NetApp, if you have any kind of storage solution in data center, and you are doing the backups, snapshots, and everything in the data center, you are just mirroring the data to our solution. Of course, all those deduplication that we are using in Steelheads and all the miracle things that we are doing over here with the TCP and so on, we are using the same technology, but what we are transferring blocks of data. So you have the mirror data, loom, so the loom mirrored virtual loom is over here in the data center, and you are putting, and we have VMware here. So we have the virtualization platform here. So basically those, here you have your golden images of your application servers. You are putting on your virtualization, and you are accessing your data in the branch. In the case your whole branch is down, no problem. If you have platinum support from RIVERBED, in 4 hours you have new box here. You are just putting new box here, connecting, and everything is up and running in a couple minutes. If the WAN network is down, no problem. You have the local operations because you have mirror data over here. So you have your IOPS operations locally, and it's then kind of confirmed to the data center at the moment. We can discuss a little bit deeper. I just wanted to bring this idea. No servers, no storage, no backup in the branch. Only backup, only data, main data is kept in the data center. When it makes sense, another for whom, I don't know if I can tell it, for whom it was developed, for the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, or for the embassies. If you have embassy, I don't know, in Iraq or in some strange places, where it's not very secure, somebody is stealing the box, no problem. He can't recognize the data, anything what is over there. It's everything on the block level store data in the branch. So in case of losing the branch, in case of losing the WAN, you can still guarantee the operation. So all provision, backup, recovery, and security you have in your data center. So that's why it's different from the other approach. The typical, you have the data all around the network, and you need to take care about the backup of those data. Our approach is other way around. You have all your data in the data center, you have stateless branch, and in case branch is down, you're just replacing the box. In the case of the WAN is down, you have the local operations also. How does it work in detail? No problem, let's discuss further. Just wanted to bring this approach, because what is in the box on itself, it's block stream, so basically replicating the loom from the data center to the branch. It is, so you are replicating the whole data for that branch here. Biggest reference in Europe, IKEA. IKEA, there is a furniture house also here. So the IKEA is our reference because they have a kitchen planner if you are going and want to buy the kitchen. And so all the kitchens are stored here, but in the case that there is no IT guy, there is no IT personnel, the box is down, your kitchens are in Sweden. So nothing happened, they bring the new box, and all the data that are stored locally can be replicated in 1 second. On top of it, a virtual platform, nothing else as the classical VMware. So there is the VMware, vSphere, and what is Turbo WAN boot. So there was a discussion, because if you have a Windows server that is I don't know, 3 gigabyte, is the size 3-4 gigabyte, and you have only 2 megabit link, how can you deploy the new server? So we can use Turbo WAN. So what does it mean? You can boot over the WAN. So you do not need to wait until all those 4 gigabyte will be pushed through 2 megabit link. You are booting over the WAN. And with booting over WAN, we were testing it in 8-9 minutes. You can boot from scratch the Windows server. So it's working. And of course, why it's possible? Because, okay, you have your golden image, and because underlays the Steelhead technology. So we are building on the Steelhead technology, and we are building the consolidated branch. And here you have our marketing name, which is the branch, zero branch IT, whatever, infrastructure. Okay, for whom it makes sense? For security, 100% data secure for the strange places. Application performance, again, you are using the same Steelhead for the acceleration of your application. RTO, RPO, so for all storage guys, so 100 times faster recovery time. So you are just connecting the branch, boot over the WAN, you are back in operation. If you are losing the whole branch, no problems, because you are not losing if you are doing the backup every 24 hours. And I have a customer using the tapes and doing on the tapes backup every 24 hours. We are losing seconds or minutes of the data in case of loss. And how fast you can deploy your branch. I said in 8 minutes we can boot over the Windows server. Any questions to the data protection? Okay, I still have 15 minutes. No questions? Very interesting technology. We have some customers on it. I can say generally, if it's the banking environment or as I said, embassies, international, so we have some very good references for that. Interesting solution. Okay, let's talk about SD-WAN. Let's talk about the secure connectivity. What is this about? So the main idea is, so again, you do not have IT personnel in your branches, you have 100 branches to deploy. How are you? Okay, you can pre-configure all your devices in a headquarters and then sending and tell, okay, you need to connect with console, you need to do this, you need to do this to deploy the whole branch. The SD-WAN approach is the centralized management, design first, deploy later. So the main idea is you are designing and preparing whole your network in the cloud-based, it's called Steel Connect Manager, and I can show you on my laptop afterwards. So you are preparing the whole your infrastructure, network design, network topology in the centralized system. And then with the zero-touch deployment, you are just sending the boxes to the branches, and it doesn't even have to be the IT personnel. With ZTP, zero-touch provisioning, maybe he has where is my phone? He can have an application on the iPhone, and he's just scanning the serial number of the device he just received, connecting to the ADSL router. It's getting the whole configuration from the cloud and starting to operate. So what are the parts of the solution? Gateways for the branches, including infrastructure. So access points, you can see it on our booth, or the switches. Or if you have the larger deployment, it's the larger gateways. What is very important, and I had discussion with some integrators about connectivity to the cloud. So I'm buying from Azure infrastructure, I'm buying from AWS some infrastructure, and how can I do the, okay, I can create some VPN tunnels back and forth. With couple clicks in our solution, so you are just putting your credential to your Azure, and you are building automatic the tunnel to your Azure or to your AWS infrastructure. And on top of it, if you need WAN optimization, so you are a Steelhead customer, so I have connectivity to the Azure, my application is running there. Do I need Steelhead there? One click. So activate the Steelhead in the cloud, and I'm connecting from my branch over WAN optimization into the Azure. So with couple clicks from the same environment, the same policy, I'm pushing over there. I have customers using Zscaler, so all the traffic is going to the cloud Zscaler. So I have automatically, okay, just put my account into the Steel Connect. I'm connecting to my Zscaler subscription, and I have the connectivity to my security solution. And of course, for data center, I need such kind of big solution for 1 gigabit or 2 gigabit for the large connectivity. So what is the typical picture? I have the branches connected over MPLS to the data center, and I have the local breakout from the data center, because how should I guarantee the connectivity or security and everything from the branches? What we are offering, you are just putting your gateways in each of the branch. You are, with one click, you have auto VPN, so you have full mesh connectivity between the branches. You can put, if you have Zscaler in the internet, or you have the local breakout, the gateway is offering you firewall, layer 7 traffic analysis, so you can block some not very nice traffic that you do not want to allow. You can have your Wi-Fi access point, switches, the same policy you are pushing, and you have 1, 2, 3, or multiple MPLS providers. So I have Orange, I have Rob Telecom over here, I have internet, and I have my AWS or Azure with the single clicks. So I can very quick, with the zero-touch deployment, I can deploy my branch, and the steering of traffic. Which traffic is going to internet, which traffic is going through the MPLS to my data center. Why it's possible? Again, we are using the same tools as we are using for the network monitoring. And in the network monitoring, I have deep packet inspection engine, which is recognizing 1,600 applications. So I can say, aha, did you recognize YouTube? Okay, YouTube, internet. Aha, WebEx, we have an important WebEx meeting with my management. So please prioritize highest priority to WebEx voice. The big problem we have that maybe if you are using WebEx or other tools, if you are presenting something over WebEx, the voice started to be cut. No? So we are prioritizing voice interactive, and the sharing is the lowest priority to go around of this problem. So what are the parts of the solution? Cloud Still Connect Manager. We have a branch gateway. This one you can see also on our booth. This is the smallest one that is offering 8 ports, LAN ports, Wi-Fi included, 2 uplinks for the WAN, and we have a bigger solution. For the data center connectivity, the bigger one. And for the Steelhead customer, we are offering integrated one-box solution, which is called Steelhead SD, where in the single box it's offering WAN optimization and SDI gateway functionality. So in your branch, you have just one box from RIVERBED that is offering you VPN connectivity, firewall security, and so on, plus WAN optimization on the same box. So this is for the Steelhead customers. For the cloud customers, Amazon or Azure automatically deployed gateway in the cloud. Or if you are running everything in a virtual environment, you have virtual gateways for basically for VirtualBox, for ESX, and so on. Access points. And you see the brand Zeros here. So that's our latest acquisition. So last year we acquired company Zeros. So we have now a great portfolio on the Wi-Fi connectivity. So that's why, again, Lego. So that's why if you are interested in the Wi-Fi projects, so we can offer the Zeros as the Wi-Fi solution. I don't know if you heard about the Zeros. Somebody heard about Zeros? The high density access points, so we can cover arenas for the football or something like that with the multi-thousand users connecting. For example, the Zeros was covering the Microsoft event in Las Vegas, where you have several thousands, 10,000 of the visitors. So we can offer I think it's 16 radios, so 8 antennas access points covering high gigabit throughputs and thousands of users. So, and this is integrated in the SD-WAN solution, pushing the policies up. And how does it look like? As I said, design first, deploy later. So you do all your design network. Here are my branches connected to the data center, and I have connectivity to the cloud. I'm monitoring the quality of path. So I'm using, this one is, traffic is going over the internet. I have 400 millisecond round trip time. I have some jitter on the network. I do not have any packet loss. So after the monitoring of the path quality, I can say if my MPLS is getting worse and internet is better than MPLS, just switch the traffic of my SAP from MPLS to internet. Or I can create the rules as I want. So it's not only dependent if link is up or down, but it depends on the quality of path. So it's by application. Here are my application definitions. We can show it tomorrow, I think, more in detail. So here is my deep packet inspection. So I can say YouTube or WebEx or whatever. I can define my own applications and create the rules. I have my Wi-Fi, so SSIDs, captive portals, and so on. Port visibility monitoring. So this is how it looks like, the status of the network. So you have the full visibility, full design and configuration here, and you are just taking serial number of the device, connecting, and you are up and running. Okay, so how does it look like? For example, I have a pass-through. In case this is from headquarters, if it's YouTube traffic, please send the traffic to the internet. Click, click, click. With couple clicks, I have the rule for all users. Only for the users from the headquarters, all users excluding guests, per application, per YouTube, using the internet. What is the QoS priority? Okay, it's low, or if I have contract with provider, just send it with this DSCP setting that I have. Or I'm allowing allowing or denying particular traffic. So please deny. I do not want that, again, coming back to the blonde lady, I do not want that they are watching the YouTube all day. So I'm blocking YouTube for my whole company just with the single rule, with the single click. So that's the main idea, how to do it. And one-click connectivity either to AWS or Microsoft Azure. So you just need your credential for AWS or Azure, and you are VPN connectivity to the cloud. Okay, so which customers are going mainly for SD-WAN? Hybrid WAN network, as I said, offloading of expensive MPLS link to the internet. Second, cloud connectivity. I'm migrating my infrastructure to AWS or Azure, or branch networking. I want to have a simple, manageable solution for my branch, including Wi-Fi, including switching, including the gateway. I do not need the fancy enterprise features. I just want to have a connectivity to the branch with some traffic rules that I'm controlling. So those are the typical use cases what our customers are going for. So before the end, just summarize what are the RIVERBED solutions that I was presenting. So I was presenting 3 approaches. Identify threats, identify what is going on inside of your network to offer you end-to-end visibility as a hardware, software solution, offering you the security visibility in your network. The second one was to create the network policies and prevent unwanted. Sorry, that's for the Still Connect. So to have the connectivity and centralizing and safeguarding of all corporate data. So the 3 solutions: visibility, connectivity, and data protection. So these were the topics we were discussing. And last but not least, how do I integrate cloud into my infrastructure with easy way, with connectivity, WAN optimization, and visibility. So that's from my side. I think we have like a couple minutes we still have. So if there are any questions, I know. So 5 minutes for questions. So any questions? Visibility, data protection, or SD-WAN connectivity? Or with the beer, it will be better, yeah? Okay. So thank you very much. And one more time, tomorrow, Aram, do you know what time we have a session?
In the morning around 11.
Okay, so together with Aram, we have another session. So please, if you are interested more, just come over there. Otherwise, see you in the evening, and thank you very much for your attention. Thank you.